What's cracking, everybody? Here we are in the car. That rhymed. It's a Tuesday morning. I don't even fucking know what day it is. I don't care. So I went on a walk yesterday. So I had like 6 fucking joints with me. I was walking with a pocket full of joints. And I actually pulled them all out of the bottles. And that's how this joint got all mushed and flattened. I think a certain amount of this is gonna come popping out. I think it is. Oh, fucking my life, man. But I walked for like a few miles because I'm way out of shape. And crushed the shit out of this joint in the meantime. And fucked up my ankle, or like the back of the foot, and so I spent half of this fucking walk, and this must have been a few miles at least, hobbling. Walked about a mile. I was like, I gotta go back. And I was like, I could go here and eat, which is about the same distance as going straight home. And I could sit down there and eat and enjoy the scenery. Or I could go straight home and sit on my ass. And even though I was like hobbling the whole fucking way, I decided to go eat. So my issue, though, was just the pain and everything, and I was like hobbling around this place after I ate and I walked around the plaza. Indoor plaza, and if that's a thing. Eventually I had to go home. But I did what I could. I really wanted to get some physical activity and get out and just see people. Because it was like my first walk since quarantine. It was the first walk. It's crazy. Just haven't been walking for shit. Haven't been getting out for shit. Thought I saw a cat. So, I thought, I forgot where I was going with all this. I don't think I had a path with this whole story. Life right now. It's kind of stressful. Got a lot of shit on my plate. Seems like everyone else knows someone that's like gonna shoulder their shit, kiss their ass and whatever, and then they get to run around and act like they're hot shit, even though like their life is being floated by someone that adores them. I used to get shit from my coworkers for my microwave food. I just bring microwave. I've never eat real food, microwave burritos and shit like that, and they give me a hard time. And I turned to the group, and it was like 4 guys, 4 grown men. I said, "When was the last time any of you pussies packed your own lunchbox? Your girlfriend did it today, didn't she? like she did yesterday and the day before. Not a word. I don't need anyone to fucking be there for me. I feel that, who sticks around? Who's loyal? That's what I'm wondering. I need new glasses. These glasses are lame. These glasses are 15 years out of style. It's hard to find glasses around here because they're all stupid hipster frames. Can't stand it. Big dumb looking things. I hate wearing glasses. It's just a big nuisance. It's hard to find a frame that I dig. Kind of like low profile, but sometimes they use like a nylon thread and it like threads through the lens. And as the lenses get old and worn out and you tighten that down, that lens doesn't hold it together anymore, and it just becomes a long-term problem. It's not like a long-term pair of glasses situation. We all want a rich girl though, don't we? We all kind of want someone that's gonna take care of shit. A leaf fell on the hood of my car. I thought it was a bird. I'm parked next to a tree that's a problem. I worry about it. The whole tree it leans. I can't tell, if it leans because it's just the way it grows or if it's coming out. I don't want to even think about it. I don't want to put it in the universe. But it's a tree that needs to go. These big fucking pine trees are a hazard. It helps if you plant trees that don't have these big widowmaker branches. At least for your own property. Something to think about, unless you're willing to fucking... Man, this car's an ashtray. Unless you're willing to, cut these big massive branches. They start 15 feet off the ground, Gotta scale the whole fucking tree. I guess if you could put a scissor lift, it wouldn't be good. I hate work. Hate construction. Hate all this hard shit. I wish we all just got paid better so we can just pay people to do it. I think if we cut our military budget in half, we could afford a lot of this shit. I think we need to militarize the dangerous cities. Fuck it. Because they're already militarized by the thugs that live there. So who do you want to have the guns? I'm not a fan of the police. I'd rather not talk to the police. But I know I'm not the one the police are fucking looking for. And if you get an attitude and you become the police's enemy for no good reason, then don't complain when you get into issues with the police. Like, I'm always ready for a fight, but I'm not. You can't go around like, I don't know, man. Cities get a lot more dangerous when you push the police to the point where they start defunding and cops don't want to pull anyone over when they're or stop people that they know are dangerous. They'll let shit slide. Some shit needs to be let slide. I mean, fucking with people for having a beer, you know, and walking down the sidewalk having a beer. Those people should not be bothered. But like, man, people want to drive 65 miles per hour in a 35 and blow stop signs and just woo woo woo, just zip through traffic and drive. You know, I mean, I don't really care if you can handle your shit, but how many times I have to veer around people on a daily basis? It's crazy. It's nuts. People need to slow down. Like that Ozzy song. Well, I don't know if people need to slow down, but they at least need to start with following the rules of the road. Like, the rules of the road exist for a reason. And we don't have, like, the police can't do anything anymore because, you know, people are dicks and they don't like, you know, maniac drivers to be stopped. And, you know, the gun crime is way up. The homicide rate is way up. Like, if there's... I know I say like a lot. I'm sorry. Fucking West Coast in me. If cops... You know, what are you really gonna do with a pistol? Like, if someone's got... You know, if you got a group of people with assault rifles, Uzis and shit, what are you gonna do with a damn pistol? I mean, don't get me wrong, a pistol is more controllable than a heavier long weapon sometimes, but, you know, the accuracy and the range with a rifle is a little different. The bullet, you can put more bullets on target typically more accurately with a rifle because you got a shoulder stock and all that. A pistol is a little better if the, you know, weapon you're using is a little more awkward in a smaller environment. You know, you can whip around a pistol, but like these cops are not equipped to go to war. They're not. Like they can, you know, they'll have an assault rifle in their car sometimes. You know, sometimes they don't. A lot of times they roll up in the 9mm. You know, sometimes you gotta fucking shoot someone 30 times in the 9mm to get them to go down, in a way where they're not shooting back. So, like, if you live in an area where these motherfuckers have stepped up the criminals, the you know, motherfuckers shooting, having gunfights in the street over drugs or whatever, money, going after people, innocent people, etc. Like, what do you expect the cops to do? Like, I think we have to up the ante in some of these fucking cities. I don't get into this idea of dangerous criminals get to run around with military style weaponry and vehicles. And then the idea of the cops responding with something that works, just bringing the same tools or better to the battlefield that has been created at whatever, the street crossed with this street, X crossed with X. Well, what are cops supposed to do? Oh, don't want to militarize your cities. The gangsters militarized your cities. Ranting so loud that neighbors can probably hear me. The gangsters have already militarized some of your cities. Our cities. The guns are on the block. What do you want? Like, I'm not a fan of the police, but we gotta pick a side. Are we gonna choose crime, or are we gonna choose the police? Like, I don't agree with every law. You know, there are laws that we all break. I think people should be able to sell weed on the street, even in states where weed is legal. You probably get popped faster in a state where weed is legal, because the government wants that taxes. But I think there's some things government needs to back out of, but if you're running around shooting up a storm with the other local assholes that are selling drugs or whatever, like, or if you're holding up, you name it. If the situation has gone military, it will go military before the police show up. I can't think of too many situations where a city, the cops brought in some military style. The National Guard does not come in before the situation gets there. You know what I mean? They're not. There isn't a lot of situations where dudes are running around with 9mm. And the National Guard shows up. It takes a long time. Man, they should have been there during all the riots in the 90s. They should have been there sooner. I think a lot less people would have died if they had gotten there on time. Like, you have to understand, some of this dialogue on the internet is started by people who want to continue to commit crimes. We don't want to militarize our cities. Do you know how much, if you listen to Ice Cube from the 90s, and I know Ice Cube wasn't a thug, I get it. But a lot of this rhetoric I hear today, from Twitter, I wish I had... You have to understand, I have ADHD, and I can't remember anything. I can't remember things that happened 20 minutes ago. It's a problem. I don't know how to fucking manage it. Maybe the weed doesn't help, but it's... I didn't start smoking weed till my late 20s, so mid-20s at the earliest. 25 at the earliest. Maybe 24. No! I think like 26. Anyway. I've always been a flake, so I can't remember. I wish I could remember some of these Ice Cube lyrics, but I'm just like, man, this is like the bullshit they say on Twitter. Like, we need to pick the side of society we're supposed to be on. We can't have these thugs shooting up our cities anymore. It's a lot of it. It's just drug dealing. Like, the cops are not. I mean, I'm not a fan, once again, but how many people do the cops shoot versus how many people do, civilians shoot, people on the street shoot, drug dealers shoot, thugs. It's just, look at all these fucking American cities with a lot of crime, and you ask yourself, how many of these cities were peaceful before crack, before all these drugs showed up? And it's most of the time it's drug-related crime still. Or it's crime-related. I think that we need to sort our shit. Figure out what side of society we're on. I'm in the middle. Man. Like, I just don't... I'm tired of all the warfare. And I'm not even in the hood. But the country's getting more and more violent. It's kind of reminding me of the way the country was in the 90s. But most of the time, people stick with the thugs. You don't care if you're white or black or Asian or whatever. Like, if you are not in and out of jail, okay. If you are not a person that has decided that you're gonna make money the illegal way, like, I'm not here to judge. But some people, it's just clear they're anti-cop, period. It does not matter. Someone could, commit a murder in the street, and the cops will come and shoot that person before they commit another murder in the process. Like that woman that tried to stab that other woman, I think it was a woman on woman violence. She had a knife. she was gonna use it, and the cop shot her, and most people said the cops were wrong. These people are criminals. They are on the wrong fucking side of society. If you see someone attacking somebody with a knife and the cops shoot that person to stop this from happening, and you think the cop is wrong, you are on the side of crime. It's really that simple. I know some of these circumstances are fucking complicated. You know, the guy that took the taser after he got in a fist fight with cops and then the cops shot him. That's more complicated than somebody going after somebody else with a lethal weapon and the cops responding with their lethal weapons. What's complicated about this fucking situation? Are you just incompetent, or are you on the side of crime if you say cops can't use a lethal weapon to defend their life against another lethal weapon? I have literally heard people say if a cop has a gun pointed at him, he doesn't have a right to shoot back. I'm like, well, who's gonna shoot first? The first rule of combat is shoot them before they shoot you. If you are, I'm not talking about the gun is not pointed. I mean, that's kind of a different conversation. But if the gun is pointed at the cop or at somebody else, if it looks like a real gun, and guess what? A lot of these real guns look like Call of Duty guns these days. They fucking look like toys. So, remember that next time someone gets shot using a toy gun, because you can't tell the difference sometimes these days with these ridiculous neon guns that shoot real bullets. But, you know, if a lethal is on someone, then a cop has to respond with lethal. Like, if you got a baseball bat, that's a lethal weapon. If you get hit with it and you go down, it's just a matter of a few swings before your life is over, okay? So if a cop shoots someone with a bat, you know, can't get hit with that bat, and half the time they backpedal. I've seen a lot of videos where you can only run so long before you're tired, especially if you have all that gear. And, you know, guys chasing you with a bat, within, like, 15 feet, it takes a few rounds sometimes. If you put 5, rounds into somebody and they hit you, that could take you out. So, I'm not really, I am not on the side of the police in general. I'm just saying, like, this is fighting. This is how you win a fight. People just want the cops to lose the fight. They want them to use poor strategy that doesn't win a fight. And when the cop is dead, they will step over that body and go to you. I know I'm being general here, but whether you like the cops or not, they're the line of defense. And when the cops are gone, like if the crime went, they're the. If you don't like the cops, they are the necessary evil that we have in our society. They are not looking for the honest people. They're usually looking for crime. At least it is the way in my city. Especially the way they've been pushed back. I just don't want to feel like the criminals are winning. I don't want gun crime to be like, tired of all the gun crime. I'm tired of cops taking an hour to get there because, they're understaffed, because we got defunded. Anyway. This is a random rant. I really just wanted to make a video, and I often have a hard time talking when I'm alone. And I didn't really mean to complain about these political things. I just really am trying to fill up a video. I'm trying to give you guys some content. Some stoner content. But anyway, thanks for watching, y'all.